finding theater on the level of kind of grand tragedy is really difficult because of our society, particularly because of technology. Um, I started thinking a lot about, in Shakespeare time, even though many of those pieces were not of that particular time, there was a sense that tragedy could be that big and it was just a given. It's obvious it's a tragedy. 17 men were brutally killed and cannibalized and on and on. Um, but what we as a society in modern times do with a story like that, and how it's turned into a circus, and how can I kind of pull that back and really put a magnifying glass on the sadness of the tragedy. My goals coming into WordBridge was to really focus on the expansion from the initial 15 minutes of what I had, which felt very complete in its 15 minutes, stood alone, to going to anywhere from an hour to maybe an hour and 10. Um, so I'm pretty pleased that we're up at around 40 minutes. It's kind of solid and might go a little longer depending on what happens over the next 2 days. The improvisation we've been doing with scenes has been really helpful. You know, me coming in with an idea of a shape or a theme or a direction of a specific scene, but maybe not completely certain on text or how that path is followed, and then setting up an improv has been really, really helpful for me then to go back and see it much more clearly. And of course, working with Will, who's so absolutely wonderful with things like that, has been really, really helpful. And Eric guiding those, and Jay, and everybody involved, has been really, really helpful to the playwright's side of my brain in regards to structuring certain things. I have to say, it's been quite overwhelming, the level of support and dedication to the playwrights and the work on every single level, from the script office to everybody in the company, to the actors, to the interns, to the student artists. It's just been absolutely amazing. Um, it's what I feel like our life in this industry should be all the time, and unfortunately is not for many different reasons. So it's been a real gift, and I think it's why that so much of the work, all 5 plays, well now 6 plays, 7 plays with the student play, have really have grown and flourished because of the environment that we're in, and everybody's number one concern are the plays, and having the resources to make those things happen. And it's just been it's been a joy and a privilege, and yeah, quite overwhelming.